Good morning, everybody. My name is Ernest, and you are waking up with E. I don't know if this is really a podcast episode, anything inspirational, but it is definitely something I want to share to everybody, and it won't be long today. It might be a little long, I don't know, so you might have to come back and listen to more later. But the theme for today is you reap what you sow in life, so make sure you watch the seeds that you plant. Again, I want to say that because sometimes I talk fast. You reap what you sow in life, so watch the seeds that you plant. And what does that mean? It really means that you're going to experience the same kind of things that one has caused other people to experience. Another definition of that was you eventually have to face up to the consequences of your actions.
Yes, sir.
So the reason I said that is a couple years ago, I was hanging around these group of friends and I really enjoyed their company. Everybody knows I'm a very sociable person. Everyone knows I'm also very protective of my family and my best friends. Like, you can be friends with me. That doesn't mean you'll meet my best friends. That doesn't mean you meet with my family, because my family is very sacred to me. I call them the Huxtables. And with that, they love people who love me. You know, they will instantly bring you into the fold and love you and pray for you. You're invited to every holiday. You know, that's just type of the family that I have. And same thing with my best friends. You know, I have best friends that they invest in what I invest in. If I invest in people, they're going to invest in people. And I guess I could tell another story, but I had, just give you a quick example. I had somebody that I was hanging out with. I was helping them out. They were dealing with some hard times. I even let them stay with me for a while because they didn't have a place to stay. And my best friends, I would introduce them to my best friends because we would all hang out. And this person ended up doing some foul stuff to me. And then my best friend, being the kind person that they are, they took them in and they did some really, really messed up stuff to them. So I'm really, really protective. I mean, and when I mean messed up stuff, this ain't no sex thing or anything. I mean, they stole, they manipulated, they took advantage of people's grace. They took advantage of people's kindness. So again, I'm very protective about who I bring in my circle because everyone I hang out with are givers and they love to help others. So a couple years ago, I was hanging around these group of friends, and eventually they kind of noticed that I would act weird when I would get around my best friends or my family. I really wouldn't talk to them. I did everything to kind of keep them separated. And my friends was like, we all friends. Why can't we meet your family? Why can't we meet your other friends? And I would come up with all type of excuses, but deep down inside, I was ashamed. I didn't want them to meet my family and friends because I love my family and friends, but they, some of them are very, I don't want to say judgy, but they're very opinionated. And if they don't think that I should be hanging around them or something, or if you don't really kind of meet, and I think everyone's been here, if you don't really meet the criteria that they think you should meet, they kind of have a lot of questions. And I was ashamed of the friendships that I was having. And where does that go with you reap what you sow? I'm in a current situation now where I feel like I'm hanging around another group of friends and I feel like they're ashamed of me. I think that they're ashamed to tell people they're my friends, and I don't really quite know why. And sometimes it has nothing to do with me. It has nothing to do with you. It just has everything to do with that individual. And I just want to kind of just remind people that you reap what you sow in your life. You're going to reap what you sow in life. Those seeds that you plant, the things that you put in the ground, the things that you put out in the atmosphere, you're going to reap that back. So if you are ashamed of other people, if you're ashamed of the connections that you have, you're most definitely going to reap that back in different areas. One thing we say in church is you don't always reap the way that you sow. So a lot of times, people would, especially in relationships, they would cheat, they would lie, they steal. And they say, well, I'm not going to do that because I'm not going to allow somebody to do that to me. I'm not going to allow people to get that close to me. But just because you planted a seed doesn't mean you're going to reap a seed. When you plant a seed, the expectation is you're going to get a tree. And a lot of times, a lot of us are going to start reaping trees of the simple, small seeds that we plant, the things that we say, the way we treat people, even down to your friendships, your family, your relationships. If you're scared to tell people that you're in a relationship, if you're scared to tell people, if you're scared to to be with an individual or to associate with people, then you have to evaluate, is that person really someone you should be with? Or are you willing to deal with the consequences that come with being that person? How close is that person to you? You know, how much do you value those relationships and those friendships? And to the people that's feeling like you're a secret, to the people that's feeling like something's a little off, you need to set the boundaries and let the people know, if we're friends in public, we're friends in private, and we are true friends. So I feel like I'm in a season of reaping a lot of things in my life. And I just wanted to take a few minutes to encourage everyone to watch the seeds that you plant. Again, what you plant is not what you're going to reap. Your harvest is going to be totally different than what you plant, but it will be a representation of whatever you plant. If you plant I'm not really a gardener, so I don't want to mess this up. But I guess if you plant tomato seeds, you're not going to reap a watermelon. You're going to reap tomatoes, and it's going to be bigger and greater than what you planted. So watch your step. I heard an old preacher say a long time ago, she's actually one of my favorite preachers. She would say, it's not your walk, it's not your talk, but it's your walk. So watch your step. And a lot of us do things and we don't think about the consequences later on down the line. You are going to reap. You're going to have to take action. You're going to have to deal with. You're going to come into alignment with everything you say and everything that you plant in the ground. So plant good seeds. Be kind to people. Don't have people in your life that you cannot treat with the utmost respect, with the utmost of love, because you're going to experience that later on down the line. I love you. It doesn't seem like this was deep for me, or this was exposing, or as Michael Todd would say, hot. Honest, open, and I forgot what the T stood for. Transparent. There you go. But that was really hot for me. I'm learning to I'm learning to express, or I don't even know if that's the right words. I should edit this part out. But I'm learning to be honest about things that I've done in my past, mistakes that I've made, because I want to help someone else. So today, because it's getting a little long, you reap what you sow in life. So it's not your talk, it's your walk. So watch your step. I love you. Have a great day. And remember, get up, brush your teeth, and take action, because now's the time.